welcome to the Poscast where no one really cares. Yeah.
Yeah, let's roll.
I'm
Is,
not
is
your host, Gage, and here is the host.
Michael
David.
Goff. Wow.
Oh,
All
It's
right,
like my
well,
name's the
fine.
last.
I'm not the host.
Wait, you're not the host? David, are you the host?
I mean, am I the host?
Are you the host?
I don't think I'm the
Can we
host.
switch hosts every episode?
oh my gosh.
Uh,
Then it's just going to be
we
called
would
the
be switching
cast.
hosts once a year.
The cast.
We
Actually,
could
it's
be,
not a bad
we
name.
can make a fishing podcast.
Call it the cast. Hey Gage, what's the worst pun you've ever made?
Probably that one.
Probably that right there. Yeah.
I can't
Well,
remember.
that wasn't that, but
Yeah,
there's no way you haven't made a worse pun in the past.
I agree, but I can't remember them.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, so donuts the worst pastry. Like by far. There's no contest about it. They just are. They're horrible.
I'm sure
and
there's
they
a worse
deserve-
type.
There
No,
are
okay,
absolutely
think
worse
about-
pastry.
think about a pastry that's worse than a donut.
Types of pastry typed into Google. Let's see. Who likes dough?
Who likes dough? That's a
Just
good
plain
question.
old dough.
When you put them into nut form,
Let me
Uh,
ask right at that.
what about
As a fellow dough lover, what's your favorite thing about dough?
a fellow? Well, I like
it can
it's
be shaped into anything you want.
it's like a blank canvas for your hands
Exactly.
that eventually
Play-Doh.
goes to your mouth.
Wait, Play-Doh has dough in it. Oh my! This is
Except the Play-Doh you
what
play
new
with.
discoveries about
Play-Doh.
how the universe works with dough.
Do re mi.
Yeah, but see, donuts are the worst because they're just not good. Like compare that to other.
But
compare
who
them to other
doesn't
pastries.
like
if-
donut?
What about good donuts though? Because there are definitely bad donuts, and I think
Good
maybe you
donuts?
just had bad donuts.
No,
Hmm.
okay. What do you mean by good donuts?
The ones
'Cause
that taste good
Donuts
really?
that were well made,
and
gourmet
don't
donuts.
don't cost,
name,
like,
name some places.
$1.
Because Voodoo Donuts, I've been to Voodoo Donuts, and they're famous for having good donuts.
okay. I don't know.
Um,
Safeway donuts are pretty good.
Krispy Kreme's got some good donuts.
Never been to Krispy Kreme.
They are
Um,
sort of the classic.
Yeah, Krispy Kreme's like the classic donut, but like they're just worse. They're just worse than other pastries. I'd rather.
All right, so is the debate that donuts aren't good, or that they're worse than most other pastries?
Okay, really, I'm off track from my main argument, which is that donuts are horrible.
Okay,
Donuts are
so
a waste of money when compared to filled donuts.
oh,
Because if you walk into Krispy Kreme, let's take this example here. Okay, you walk into Krispy Kreme, okay, and
okay.
you look
What
at their selection of donuts.
what's the season and what time of day?
What's the season? All the seasons and all the days.
You can
in the
only
world
you're not some
combined
sort
into
of
one.
quantum
Night
donut
and day.
eater.
We are a quantum donut buyer here, Gage. We are a quantum
Schrodinger's donut buyer. Customer.
Schrödinger.
Schrodinger's customer.
Very well. I
Schrödinger's
exist at all places at all times, and I wish to eat a donut. Next.
Yes. Well, you walk into the shop, okay?
I eat
and-
every single donut at the same time, and am satisfied.
Exactly. But if you wanted to, if your donut eating capabilities were limited, what would be the best donuts to eat? What would be the best donuts to eat at that Krispy Kreme?
I see. Well, as
And-
a being that does not obey the laws of time or space, I think I would not care.
Now, the clear answer is filled donuts, because if you're going for price per what you get, okay, donuts have a clear flaw in them, and that is something that makes them unique for no reason whatsoever. I don't know why, who thought this was a good idea, but the hole, the donut in the middle, the donut hole, the thing that makes them unique from all of the pastries is the thing bringing them down. Because what is the point of a donut hole?
You can put it around your finger and spin it.
Why?
You can put
What's
a
the point
lot
of
of
that?
things
Why
in the
not just-
hole.
Why not
Yeah.
just buy?
Versatility.
Why not just buy a better?
I mean,
pastry
there are donuts that
that has
don't have the holes,
exactly
and
exactly.
Zachary.
There's no Zachary here.
Like
And
filled
plus,
donut.
the byproduct of a whole donut is a donut hole that you can also sell. Bam, capitalism.
Exactly. But that's only good for the person selling the donuts. As a consumer of donuts,
What?
as this quantum consumer of
Yeah,
donuts,
but people like donut
filled
holes.
donuts are just nuts.
Or, yeah.
Okay,
Donut
yeah,
holes are
I'm not arguing that people
absolutely.
don't like donut holes. Donut
Yeah,
holes
no,
are
there's
great. I mean,
definitely
you go to Tim
demand for those.
Hortons,
Yeah. They're not
donut
just gonna
holes are
make
great.
donut holes and not make the donuts.
Yeah, but I'm saying they're unnecessary.
Why?
Because, I mean, filled donuts exist. You can just make a donut
What if somebody doesn't want a
without.
filled donut?
Well,
What
then
if
just
someone
make
just
the.
wants like a bite of donut?
Yeah.
Donut holes.
Then, okay, yeah, then make that. Make the donut hole. I'm saying a donut hole can be a separate product. I don't care.
Well, it's
Change the
not a
meaning to
separate
just
product
like.
though. They're linked on a
Change.
quantum level.
No,
You
because you can
cannot
make a
have the
donut hole.
donut hole without the donut.
You can make a donut
Otherwise,
hole
it's just a
without
ball of
making.
dough.
Yeah, and no one wants to eat that. I thought we already
Exactly.
established the fact that nobody likes dough.
Call it like a donut bit or something. You know,
Well,
Like,
then
the like
where?
Twitch bits.
But
You
it
know?
has nothing to do with a donut. Then
Exactly.
it would just be called a bit.
They're not connected. You can make a donut hole. You can make a batch of donut holes. In fact, I'm pretty sure people commonly make batches of donut holes without making a batch of donuts.
That's false advertising.
Exactly.
It's
So why
false
have it that
advertising,
way?
sure, but it is a fair point.
Call it what it is.
Yeah, but
Donut holes
we're
are
also
great.
sidetracked from the fact that you apparently think that other people can't eat just normal donuts if they want to.
Yeah. Okay. Whenever I go to Krispy Kreme, I refuse to order any donut that is not filled. Because how they do it is you say, okay, I want a dozen of donuts or a half dozen donuts or like 4 whatever. They charge you the same amount of price no matter what donuts you get. So if you get donuts with holes in them, you're simply buying less just donut than if you get one that's filled.
This isn't some
Right?
sort
Have you
of
considered that quantity of donut is not the defining feature that people look for when buying donuts?
But you get the most bang for your buck.
yeah,
And
but
I
like
certainly
we're
Sure,
not.
but and you can be efficient with your donut buying, but that's not the sole reason that people would buy donuts or not buy them.
Why would you do it any other way?
It's not a min-maxing of money spent and donuts eaten.
Everything is min-maxing donut.
Well,
of
maybe you
donuts
just played
spent.
too much EU4.
If you Gage, if you were like
Oh, my
gonna
donut
buy
output is
a new
not
laptop,
big enough.
okay?
Yeah,
If you're gonna buy a new computer, okay, let's say a new graphics card put in your computer, okay?
yeah.
Would you try to buy the best graphics card that you could get, within a reasonable price within your money?
Or would you buy the biggest
Or would you-
graphics
would
card
you
that you
buy
can get
just
for
some-
that same card or for that same
would you-
price?
Would you buy a graphics card with a hole in it? I mean, what are you gonna get?
Uh,
No, that's not the argument. Donut. Okay, if we assume that you
And then
can
they
have
sell you the
donuts with
rest
a
of the
hole in
graphics
them.
card. The whole of the graphics card is separate. Do you want to
But
buy a
no.
graphics card hole, Gage?
order in the
The quality of the graphics card is not tied to the hole in it. What the argument you're making is that you should buy the most things for your money, right? So it would be the best graphics card versus the biggest graphics card.
I'd just, get the one that's
And,
best rated.
Yeah.
No, but
And
What the
but
one
the
that
filled
I
donuts.
want?
donuts just get you the best bang for your buck. That's what I'm going off here.
Okay, well maybe you're a donut buyer that likes to min-max everything. I'm a donut buyer that likes to eat donuts. So there.
Because
yeah, the
I mean,
point of buying
clearly-
donuts is to eat the donut.
Yeah, exactly. So you need to do that in the most efficient way possible.
Oh, but
And
you
You
don't.
do
No,
not
you
need
don't.
to do
Filled
that.
donuts. Because if you don't, you're just throwing away your money. Listen, I'm the one who has a coin purse here. I count every penny I have. I have a spreadsheet with.
I am absolutely sure you do.
And I am absolutely sure that I don't. So I'm just gonna go in there.
But-
why not? You're throwing. You might as well just burn your money instead.
No,
Okay, but
'cause
why do
then I
you
don't get a
eat
donut.
donuts? Is it for the purpose of filling your stomach, or is it for the purpose of the experience of eating donuts?
The experience, and clearly the filled donuts are just superior.
Not necessarily. You can have
Yes,
a
exactly.
particular.
Because you get more bang
No,
for your
okay,
buck.
Michael, we've already established that not everybody wants to get the most bang for the buck. They just want to have an experience that they enjoy. Okay, so
Well,
if you
even
Okay, my point is You guys are commie donut eaters. Just
That does not make any sense.
whoever gets donuts, that's fine. I'm a capitalist donut eater. Okay, I try to get the most bang for my buck. I try to do the math on this before I make my purchase. I am a educated
Well,
consumer
no,
when it comes to
surely
donuts.
you're the communist donut eater because you're saying everyone should get the exact same type of donut.
No. I'm not a commie. You have that choice. I'm just saying your choice is wrong.
Capitalism expresses the freedom of choice to what you're buying. But
Yeah,
communism, you have to get the filled donut, the most
and
donut.
you've been duped. You've been duped by the donut making companies that for some reason these donuts must have a hole in them.
No, they don't have to. There's
And
donuts that
then they're
don't have
taking
holes in
that
them, and
hole,
there's
they're
people
taking
that
that
buy
product that
those
they should have
donuts that
sold
don't
you in the
have
first
holes in
place.
them.
They
There
are
are
taking that
donuts that
product that they
are
should
not
have
filled
told
and
you
also
in
don't have
what
holes.
they what?
There are donuts that aren't filled and also don't have holes.
Exactly. And I'm saying those are fine. Those are fine.
Okay, wait, clearly you're not, because you've been arguing this whole time
Those,
that they're not.
in my opinion, those are a lesser race of donut, if you will,
Wow,
when
so now,
compared
okay, well,
when compared
I
to
will not.
filled donuts. All right, if we rank these, we've got at the very top, okay, is the filled donuts. I mean, clearly without a doubt. And then past that is the not filled but no hole donut variety. And then you have the donut with a hole in it.
hmm
And then I'll say somewhere between the donut with a hole in it and the filled donut, somewhere I'm not sure if it's above the non-filled donuts, are those Krispy Kreme donuts where they have a hole in it but they're also filled still.
yeah.
Have you guys seen
I
those?
don't
Yeah,
think
I don't
I've
know why those
crossed those,
exist.
but it sounds good.
They're a thing, and I refuse to buy those as well because they're
I'm
not
sure you.
maxing out. It's just a waste of money.
All right, I have to go downstairs for a second. I'll be right back. Keep talking about donuts.
Because it just doesn't make sense to me. You know, the donut companies have conditioned people into buying a lesser product and then selling the rest of that product later to other people or to you again.
Okay, so this sounds very similar to Apple.
To what?
Apple,
To Apple?
you know,
Okay.
they sell you one product and then they sell you the rest of that product separately.
All right. Well, we are quite literally comparing donuts to smartphones here.
I mean, that is the comparison I just made. Yeah.
and I feel like that is a unfair comparison. Also, I told
well,
you this
well,
argument could get heated, and when I said I could it could get heated, I mean I could get heated about it.
yeah, yes.
See, Apple. I'll let you make your argument first. How does that how make
But
your point about
what
how
argument am I making?
well you put forth the Apple selling you less. I think was
Uh,
it?
yeah. Well, you know how they've removed USB ports and then they sell you dongles that convert to USB
Yes.
separately, and
Yes.
that's sort of a common thing they do. I don't
Yes.
really have much to go past that. I'm just saying the description you made of donuts sounds similar to Apple's business practices.
Okay.
All right, I'm back.
You know,
Welcome
honestly,
back.
fair enough. I can't really argue too much with that one. Um, but just like the donut industry, whoever started selling donuts with holes in it first, everyone followed suit.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that is the same can be said for a lot of things.
Exactly. Wait, like what? Wait, why did I say that? I think back when I said that.
I,
Explain yourself.
what, me?
Yes. No, the other person that was talking then.
I mean, like, first person who made a wheel. Other people made
Mhm.
wheels after him or her.
I mean,
Yeah.
people have improved upon the wheel, though.
People
Yeah.
have improved upon donuts.
Yeah.
Well, no, but I don't think that was an improvement. I think that was
Okay,
a
well, that's
step back in
subjective.
the donut.
I'm sure somebody's made a
Well,
square wheel and said, "Ah, this is the best."
No, that's not a square wheel. That's a square.
What?
I
No,
mean,
that's It's just a square. It's just like a slab of,
I mean,
stone.
is the definition of wheel have to be circular?
Does a wheel have to be circular?
I'm
I
gonna
guess you
say
could
no
have.
because I've seen wheels that aren't circular.
But then what's? Can you have a triangular wheel? Can you have a line?
Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
what's the limit here? Because if we have a
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I just
so
looked up the dictionary definition of wheels as a circular object that revolves around an axle. So,
okay,
I might dispute
but
that
then
because
what's
I've seen
yeah,
bicycles with like non-circular wheels.
I
yeah?
would dispute
Because
that
what's
too.
a circular object then?
Okay, well, that's just ridiculous.
Well, no. I don't think it is. Because a circle is, as far as I know from geometry, is a object that is self-contained that has infinite number of like edges, or not infinite edges, points, I guess.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
one way of looking at it. Yes.
So like a square has 4 points, a triangle has 3, and then it keeps going up and up and up
Uh huh.
until you reach infinity, and then it is a circle. So at what point does it become not circly? Because obviously a square is a square, and that's at 4, and a triangle is a triangle, and that's at 3. An octagon's an octagon, and that's at 8. So at what point do we start tending towards infinity? When you no longer have infinite points. Wait, what does that mean? when you when you start counting the points, it's not a circle. Well, I can count
You
how
know
many points
that's
there are
fair.
in a square.
Yeah, you can't count how many there are in a circle.
Wait, what? When you
All
say
right.
when you start counting how many points are in a
Yes, as soon as there are points that you can count, it's no longer a circle. Is the point
okay,
he's making?
but you
Ah,
can
point.
you can have a point that has like 5 million points to it. You can have an object
Sure,
that has 5 million points to that, and
and
I
you
would
can
argue
count
that
those.
that's probably a circle
Okay.
Well,
because it's close enough to a circle that if you made a wheel with 5 million points to it, it would effectively work
Okay, well,
as a
we're
wheel,
talking
which
about
we
effectively,
know is a
yes.
yeah,
circle.
Are we talking about like usable as a circular wheel, or are we talking about a circle?
as
Because they're
in
different things.
mathematical
I don't know
definition.
anymore.
Oh my gosh. Well,
I think
I got
there's
another topic. We can
I
get
think
off
there's
this.
different circles we're talking about here. There's a geometric circle and a no one cares circle.
A practical
Um,
circle.
yeah, where a practical circle is it gets the job done as a circle, and geometric circle is infinite points object.
That is a fair distinction.
Well, I got another topic that
What's your topic?
all right.
What's the worst pun you've ever made?
No, it's not stupid like some of your topics, but donuts. All right.
Okay, that carried us through like 15 minutes.
Okay.
Donuts
So
are
I've been watching
circles.
the
Change my mind.
I've been watching the Pokemon anime recently,
Okay, well, I guess my topic's just not good enough. It's
Oh,
okay. We
and
can talk about Pokemon
Yeah,
yeah, that's a
anime.
bit.
Don't worry about
And let me tell you,
You don't have to know.
it is really fun. Some of the fourth wall breaks that they do there, because they have a thing where basically every episode has Team Rocket in it, or at least the Indigo League, which is like the first 50-second episodes.
First
I think
50
so.
seconds?
Yeah, the first the first 50
Pretty
seconds
short amount of
episode.
time.
Yeah, the first episode to the 52nd episode is the Indigo League, and then after that it's like the Orange Islands, I think, and that's I'm just starting the Orange Islands. But in the
When did
first,
the Nazis come in?
when did the Nazis come in? I think in season 53, if I remember correctly.
I feel like Pokemon takes place after World War II.
I
Oh
mean,
yeah, it
there's still
definitely does.
Nazis today.
Dude, they talk. Well,
Neo-Nazis.
they
mean, they're
talk about
Pretty much.
a great Pokemon War
They are Nazis.
in the first Pokemon games. They talk about a great Pokemon War, and it's never explained further. They just they mention it in like 3 points of dialogue, and they just never talked about it.
The great
Poor Pikachu hasn't been the
genesis of
same
the
since the war.
Pikachus.
It's Lieutenant Surge, and he says he has some quotes. I don't know what they are, but they're gold.
They are quotes.
But Team Rocket breaks the fourth wall like immensely. Like they try to come up with this elaborate scheme in one episode to steal Pikachu and stuff, and then like halfway through they figure out like this super easy way to steal him, and they're like, oh, why do we come up with that elaborate way? And then well, Jesse says like, oh, why do we come up with that elaborate way to do that? Then James just says, oh yeah, to fill 15 minutes. I love that. That is amazing. I love that they just break the wall with yeah, it's a show. They also say like see you next time. Like Ash says see you next time like every other episode.
I mean, I feel like that one's just a given because it's like a kid show. See you next time.
But they have a narrator. There is a narrator that introduces every episode and exits every episode.
Well, yeah, I'm sure, but
like,
I'm sure children.
We'll see how next time they're doing this.
Well,
and
yeah, that's
the narrator talks to them too. The narrator talks to Misty, to Ash, to Brock. The narrator talks to all three of them.
Okay, and wait. How does that work? Can you give me an example?
Like at the end of the episode, and I don't understand. It just doesn't.
Wait, do you have an example of that? Like, how does it?
I feel like I don't have a specific example, but I feel like there was a time where they just go like, yeah, we'll see how our heroes handle the next obstacles in front of them or where they're going now, and then Ash is like, oh yeah, we're going to blah 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 city, and we'll be dealing with those just fine. You know, they just come with some canned sort of response. It's not like they have full-on conversations and talk about quantum physics or anything, but you know, it's
do they?
They don't talk about donuts.
Quantum physics in Pokemon?
Do they? Is there a quantum physics Pokemon?
Probably.
Is there Schrodinger's Pokemon?
Ooh, if there's not,
I mean,
you can call up Nintendo and say, hey, have I got an idea for you?
Because we throw out Litten, we gotta throw out Litten and Meowth.
It's the most broken Pokemon in the game because both not fainted and fainted, so you just automatically win.
Shedinja, no, that's just a
gimmick.
Maybe.
Okay, you know what I'm annoyed about? In the new generation, they in Sword and Shield they added a sheep Pokemon, Wooloo. Now, I don't know if you remember, but there was already a sheep Pokemon called Mareep.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look up these two Pokemon, Mareep is just better than Wooloo. Like, in every way.
In every way, huh?
Every way? Are you sure about that?
Because Mareep evolves and turns into, like, this awesome electric sheep. And is amazing. Ampharos, and I love Ampharos. Ampharos is amazing, but they decided to not include Ampharos and Mareep, and instead made a completely new sheep Pokemon.
Maybe they just wanted to change it up a bit,
and I just don't understand why. Because you know,
maybe they wanted sheep that were normal type and not electric.
But
also, I'm looking it up now, and Wooloo does evolve into Dubwool.
Yes.
And the image is
just
loading.
A bigger sheep.
It looks like it has horns at least.
Well, I think, does Wooloo have horns?
Wooloo has tiny horns.
Wooloo has tiny little nubs as horns.
Yes, and the next one.
Compare that. To
okay, so there's not actually an image on that page. Mareep, I don't know if you could really call those horns though.
Mareep's got like tiny. They're not really horns. I wouldn't quite call them horns, but
I don't know what you would call them.
And then there's Flaffy. There's Flaffy and Ampharos. I'm just saying, way better sheep Pokemon.
I mean, okay, why did they remove a whole bunch of Pokemon in the first place?
Because there's like over 800 or something now.
Right.
And they didn't want to port all those to the Switch.
Okay, and so the sheep one, I don't remember the names already. Mareep.
Well, there's Mareep. All right, yeah, another thing. Dubwool, the evolution of Wooloo, it looks still like a farm animal, like a goat.
That it does.
With a lot of wool. But then Marie just becomes not a sheep anymore
I know, but
after it
that's like way
evolves.
better. And then also, Ampharos had a mega. I just don't understand. Its mega evolution was Dragonite. Oh, that's awesome.
I mean, as a Pokemon, sure, the Mareep line is better, but
Yeah.
like as a sheep, I've got to give it to Wooloo.
Pokemon, the Mareep line is better. I
Sure,
just like Mareep and Ampharos better.
you can like those better, but they're not better sheep.
Okay, well, back to
Fine.
my argument, not argument, to
Back to your
point.
argument.
All right,
Yes, the topic that he was going to introduce.
yeah, before I so
Anyway, so I got
rudely
another topic.
interrupted,
About Sword and
I
Shield.
am
I've been
just
playing.
going to keep talking. Okay, so my sister just got Red Dead Redemption 2,
Mm,
and she needed to download it, and I have like real bad internet, and it's 120 gigabytes.
yeah, that's an
Wow.
issue.
Yeah, and
Yeah, it
so
takes me like 2 days now to download like 10 gigabytes.
really,
Wow.
Yeah, or at least that's for my Switch. For my computer, it's much quicker, but I can go onto different internets for some reason because the Switch is dumb. Anyways, continue with Red. Yep.
yeah, so it was taking forever to download, and whenever she was downloading it, it made the rest of the internet for everybody else just horrible.
Mm.
And so she got to like 70% the way there, and then she went over to a friend's house and finished downloading it in like 10 minutes. So
You
I
know,
just like, why is the internet so bad? You know?
Aiden did that same exact thing with Star Citizen. He downloaded like half of it at his house, which has absolutely horrible internet as well. And then he came over to my
Yeah.
house and downloaded like the rest of it in like 15 minutes and just finished it. Just because my internet was way better then.
Yeah,
Now I'm at college and it's worse. It's horrible.
shame.
Yeah. I have to have a roommate now.
Do you know your internet speed?
I can do an internet test right now, but it's not wonderful. And okay, let me explain. There's like three different Wi-Fi's. There's the public, the main, and then the gamer.
Uh,
Oh, the
line.
gamer.
And so public is public. The main is just for everyone, just regular use. And then the gamer is you have to call in and then like have them enable it for you and stuff, which doesn't quite make sense, but all right,
they can't
I
just give you
guess.
the password.
Yeah, but I have the password and it doesn't work for me, but it
Huh?
works for other people. So I don't know.
Weird.
Um, so I just have refused to call, and I'm just using the basic one. But my Switch
mean,
doesn't connect to the normal internet, so I'm stuck using the public for my Switch.
Mm, that is
So
rough.
so I downloaded Pokemon Sword, which is like 20 gigabytes, and it took like 2.5 days, and
that's pretty bad,
that was
even for me.
that was very annoying.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But then my computer can actually connect to normal things. So if I run this test, let's see how quickly the button will not press. Wow, isn't that good? Internet testing app. Ooga is that what's this? Ooga speed test. Ookla, not
Oh,
Ooga.
yeah.
Ooga Booga speed test. Yes.
Just gonna say,
Yeah, Ookla. Not working right now. Let's just basic Google thing.
your internet is so bad that you can't test the speed of it.
You
I
need
was able to test it
a,
once. I don't remember what it is.
Once.
Aiden was asking me because he wanted to know if it was better or worse than his internet. Oh,
I want to know if it's better or
Oh,
worse than mine.
is that barely tested it at all?
and what was the
What?
result?
All right. Interesting. So going to a server in Seattle, latency is 52 milliseconds.
Okay.
Not
So that's not
bad.
too bad. That's not too bad. Could be worse. I've had it be worse.
Could definitely be worse, yeah.
Download is 0.2, I believe that is megabits per second.
0.2 megabits per second.
Yeah, and it didn't even get an upload. It told me that my
Ah,
internet speed is very slow.
yeah, no kidding.
Yeah,
Now that is with a Discord call.
I don't think that should affect it that much.
Not that much,
But
no.
yeah. So I'm gonna just try. Ookla just didn't work. Let me try Ookla again. Ookla, you gonna go? Yeah, I'm on the right internet. Ookla, you good? Let me try it on my phone. I'll download the Ookla app on my phone,
Oh
and
my
we'll see.
gosh.
We'll see if I can download it. If I can do things. Because now I'm concerned. I don't know what's
Yeah, that's
22 billion tests and counting. Speaking of downloading internet speeds, I have to take an English class, English 101. It's a wonderful class. I love English. That was sarcasm. Doesn't really go over well on
English
microphone.
101?
Yeah, English 101. College courses. You got like
Do
those
you
on
not
there. Like,
already know English?
I've already taken
well,
English 101.
yeah, well, you're doing running start and stuff. Okay, so how? Yeah, we've got like 100 ABC, and those are like pre-college courses. And then it goes into the 100 as like freshman, 200 as sophomore, 300 as junior, 400 as senior,
Makes
roughly.
sense.
Like I'm taking economics 201, and I'm this is my first year, and
Yeah.
I haven't done any running start, any college, anything like that. That is downloading very slowly. Okay, anyways, I have to write a stupid paper about 5G.
Ah,
And is 5G viable? And I can't really be mad because I chose the topic,
oh.
but I can't really go back because it's due
Was it
Monday.
like from a list, or did you
No,
come up with it on your own?
no,
How
it was
how
just
much do you have
whatever
to
you
write?
want. 5 pages.
That's nothing.
One for
Which isn't
each
horrible,
G.
but it's on 5G, and I don't know how to write 5 pages on 5G.
Well, compared to 3G and 4G, go into the history of G
The history of G,
I
but
and the
okay.
impacts that it may,
the history of G.
cultural impacts that it may have in the future. What does this new technology open up for us?
See, but it's not just like a paper on like whatever you can come up with about 5G. It's like a research paper. And my research topic, my research question is how viable. Let me pull up exactly, but it's like how viable is 5G in the public market or something like that. So I have to go into like, is it actually usable? Because I think that's a unique question with 5G, because 5G uses like higher frequency wavelengths of light. So
Yeah.
it has to have line of sight to see, because higher frequencies can't pass through objects as well as 4G, which uses lower frequencies. So I have to go into that and developments and the ways around that, and is that good? What are the sides? What are the possible ways around that? Things like that.
Interesting.
So I have to have 3 pages by tonight. But instead, I'm recording this. So priorities
Fun.
are in order, I'd say. Yeah, is
Yes.
5G cellular technology more viable in the public market than current technologies? So I have to
Okay.
compare it to 3G and 4G and say, is it better? And in what way is it better? Will it replace it? Will it just coincide with it? Yeah,
Interesting.
so if you've got any inputs on that, and
Uh,
if any viewers who haven't left by now have any input on that, leave it in the comments below.
well, I
Or if you're on
definitely
Spotify, go onto
okay.
YouTube
This is not on
and give
Spotify.
us another view. All right. No, this goes on Spotify. We
Is
have
it?
like 49 views on Spotify
It's on
for the first
Spotify right
episode.
now. The first. Oh, okay. I didn't know
Yes,
that.
the
The
first
first one
episode
is on
Spotify.
Spotify.
It's
Yes.
not like we're just going straight onto Spotify, but it is on Spotify right now.
Okay. Well, I definitely do not want to contribute to that because I'm writing a 10-page research report on on superheroes and nationalism. So
Ah.
Superheroes and nationalism.
and it's due tomorrow at 1, and I need to write like 4 more pages and then a conclusion. So
I thought you were gonna say you need to write 10 more pages.
no, I started yesterday and did 5 pages.
Ah.
You know,
Okay, so you've only done it, or you're only doing it 3 days before instead of the day before.
yeah.
Yeah. David, do you have any English you have to take?
I'm currently in effective communications, which isn't as much English as speech. I do still have to write a paper for it, though. And that paper is going to be sort of a predictive analysis, which was
Ooh.
like well, we could choose our topics from basically anything. I chose pick a point in history and pretend that nothing past that point has happened, and then predict what will happen based on what the people from that time would know.
Right now.
Well, I mean, it's due Friday.
Oh,
No,
wait, can you break the
the
system
point right
of
now.
the universe and just like predict the future by saying, I'm going to write about now?
I predict that in 5 seconds I will write the word A. Oh my god, I wrote it down. Wow.
According to the
Who would've
constraints, I
expected?
technically could, but I don't want to. I think that, an alternate history would be really cool.
That would be a
Besides-
very unique read, though.
I mean, I guess, yeah. Would it be something you want to read? I don't know, but it would be unique.
Unique is always good. Don't you know that?
Unique is not always good, I would say.
Well, do you have arguments against that?
I mean, Windows phones?
Yeah.
Very unique.
Actually-
Yeah, there's my argument.
Point taken, point received.
Filled
Yeah.
donuts, those are very unique.
Filled donuts.
See,
Yeah,
I don't know if they are, though.
they're way better. I think they are.
What's a
They're
unique
just way
food?
better. What's a unique food? A turducken.
That's pretty unique.
Yeah.
Have you ever eaten a
put
turducken?
chicken in a... No,
Do
because
you want to eat a turducken?
no, I don't know who does. Really, it just baffles me that someone decided, yeah, this is an idea. Because you have to figure what came first, the concept. Like, did someone make it and then give it a name, or did someone give it a name and then make it? Because
I
it has
would guess.
unique enough of a name. That
I would
feel like
guess
that could
they
be the case.
made it and then. No, yeah, they made it and then gave it the name. But
But
I'm not really basing that on anything.
how do you make that though? How do you accidentally, or how do you just
well,
do that?
Wouldn't this bird be delicious if it was stuffed inside another bird?
Yeah.
Oh, and then
I
this
can
would be
imagine
better
that.
than this bird.
No,
Like,
I think
yeah,
the
recursion.
logic went like, all right, guys, we don't have any stuffing. We screwed up. But we got this perfectly
Thanksgiving
good meat
sucks.
that we already cooked. Let's just stuff it in there and do
Okay.
it. And then they're like, that's actually
this
a pretty
entire
good
chicken.
idea. And then the next year, they're like, we forgot the stuffing again. And so they did it
gotta
again,
do
but
this.
with more meat and different types of meat. And they're like, this could be a thing.
What exactly is a traduction? Like, is it
Traduction.
traduction? Is it
I
like
mean,
induction?
What I
The way that heat
believe it is,
transfers?
I believe it's a duck inside a chicken inside a turkey,
Okay.
based on the relative sizes of birds.
Yeah.
I think it's a
Okay.
chicken inside a duck.
Inside a shark.
That sounds
Inside a
difficult.
turkey. Well, it's turducken. So,
Sure.
right? So it's the N is the
Tur-
chicken,
Duck.
and the uck
Yeah,
is the duck, and the tur
But-
is the turkey. And so it goes in
I would
order.
say that name's
Tur-
probably
turduck.
just because it sounds the catchiest. What are the alternatives? Shiducky?
How could that not have caught on?
Let's see.
Turuk.
The chickie?
Wow. You guys
Durkin.
you guys have the Midas touch, but with words here. Everything you guys are saying is just
I think
absolute
Durkin's
gold.
pretty good.
Durkin is
Durkin.
fantastic, but it's not a good name for a thing. I just
All right,
appreciate
Thanksgiving
that
is right
as a
around the
word.
corner, and you know what that means. You got to get yourself and your family a Dirk. You know,
No, Durkin.
a Durkin. Every Thanksgiving would not be complete without a Durkin. Everybody loves themselves a Durkin. What's a Durkin? Durkin. That sounds like a bad Pokemon.
That sounds like a great
Yeah,
place to
I
live.
mean,
Durkin.
Durkin.
Where would what country would Durkin be in?
So I want to
Definitely
say,
Poland.
I feel like in Norway or something.
I don't know
It's
about
Northern European. Durkin.
either Germany or one of the
Or actually, yeah, maybe.
uh,
No, I'm changing to
Nordic.
like one of the Baltic. One of the Baltic.
Yeah, well,
One of the
Nordic,
Baltic
I would
sisters.
say,
Like
as opposed
Latvia, Lithuania, or
and
Estonia.
Estonia. Yeah,
Ooh, my
I don't
sausage
know.
is ready. I'll be right
Maybe.
back.
Your sausage
Ah.
is ready. You made a sausage midway through the pot.
The dedication.
Yeah, wow. Isn't he the one actually recording it this time too?
He is, yes.
Wow. Okay.
So, how much do you think you're going to be editing?
Well, I think I want to say I've been making some highlights, but realistically, I'm just going to listen through. I think the donut debate I can make into a better. I think I can cut that down, condense it a little better, make it sound better. Because I don't know if you got the there was going to be an animation from the I forget what it was. Paige was going to make an animation about this one clip. I'll send it to you. I forget what it was about on the first episode.
I see.
Let me listen. It was a minute long. Oh yeah, it was that there was that like YouTube, how many YouTube channels we could create, and how far down that rabbit hole, and how corporate we could make those YouTube channels. I edited that whole like 10-minute discussion down to like a minute. And I like edited like audio spikes down and everything. Made it real nice. Send it to you. I actually just sent it in the Poscast general chat.
Good idea.
If it's not big enough. Yeah. That is topic ideas. So I will remove that from there.
Back with my
I will
sausage.
just put it there.
Welcome. We haven't been actually podcasting.
Yeah, no. We've been talking about what to be animated. You can tune in on the podcast when that gets uploaded. Actually, when is the podcast
What were you
going to
talking
be
about?
uploaded? The animation that was going to come out for the first podcast. It was
About
did
a
you guys
clip.
know the Rooster Teeth podcast at all? The animations
I've
they do?
watched some of those animations, yeah.
So
Yeah,
I know the
that's
style
kind of
you're
what
going for.
that's what I was kind of going for with that.
Yeah.
So if you guys, which I
I
don't know
agree
if I
with
want to
this.
just make it myself or anything.
Pretty sure I could
but
just do that in like MS Paint.
do that in a long afternoon.
I think I could do that now. I'll just open up a screen capture of Paint.net, and then I will do it live.
Ooh.
Live, you'll do it. See, but I didn't want it to just be bad, you know.
Yeah, but it's gonna be
I wanted
bad.
to be like somewhat decent.
It's gonna be
but-
bad.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, when you start off, it's going to be bad, but you want to make it when you start off still as good as you can, because I mean, you don't just want to make bad stuff.
Yeah.
Wait, when did we get 86? Did we always have 86 views in the first episode?
I don't know.
I mean,
How
we
many
had
people
posted
have-
that recently.
Let me. When I posted that, was it 86? Yeah, it was. It was 85, 86. That was 3 months ago. What was the exact day that it was posted? Because then I don't know what the technical upload schedule is supposed to be. If it's supposed to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, what? So let's see. If
Yeah.
I think it's just whenever we feel like it.
Whenever it's done.
Because I think there was supposed to be like an actual
Why don't you
I
just
think
do
there
it
was
now?
supposed to be.
Monday. And we might
By
as
the
well.
way, Gage, how long have we been going?
Yeah, how long have we
I've
been
been
going?
recording for 50 minutes, but
50
probably
Sounds
only
about right.
like 40 of that is
It
stuff.
is the actual thing.
Yeah.
Okay. No, where's the YouTube Studio? Is that the thing that I'm looking for here? I'm trying to. You can figure out like all these different stats about videos, and I'm assuming one of those stats that they keep is the exact day it was uploaded. I would hope. Also, 10 subscribers and one comment. What's the one comment? It's some random guy going upload a new video.
Oh my.
Well, random guy, we heard you.
Well, we
Dude,
heard you just now.
I am going to screenshot that and post that.
In honor of Doof, we made the second episode.
It is wow. Yeah, it has a word that I'm not gonna repeat on the podcast because we're gonna go relatively family friendly here.
Great.
All right.
So special thanks to Doof.
That's their name, Doof.
Yeah, Doof.
DEWF.
Doof, we love you. You're I believe the #1 fan actually.
Yes.
Probably by
By default, you are the number
yeah.
one fan.
And let's complain with that. Let's see. The original upload date August 4th. Which was
So it was 4
a
months ago,
Sunday.
almost to the day.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Which I find it
Yes.
crazy. If you look at like a graph of the views, it's not okay. So first off, there was a spike in like the first month. There was a spike of about 26 views, and that was when I posted it. I sent it to a bunch of friends. I sent it to a bunch of people that I knew. But then I'm pretty sure the views after that are just random people finding the podcast.
Interesting.
Because I don't think that those 20, 25, 30-ish people revisited the podcast 30 times each, roughly.
Probably
I
not.
don't think they did that.
And then there's all those
But
Spotify views.
because I don't know.
I don't know either.
So far the app. Wait.
Anyway, is this the time to be talking about it while we're recording the next one?
Oh yeah, totally. The podcast is whatever we want to be, David. Okay.
You know, that is
It's
true.
not. It's not. Should we be talking about this? It's. We
I
start
mean,
out with
I
some
just wasn't
structure at the
sure if
beginning,
this
and then
was
we
like,
devolve into randomness. And you got to realize, David, I'm talking over you because this is
yeah.
important. You got to realize as well. No one's gonna watch this.
Well, I disagree.
Let's
Do
be
for watch.
realistic here. Because this is just not going to be in the highlight, and that's what people realistically are going to watch. The hopefully 5-minute highlight. Which honestly, if we can make a 5-minute highlight and have people watch all of that and get that to like 100 views, if we can get, I'm gonna put this in the highlight as like the first or second thing. I'm gonna put this in the highlight. If we can get like 100 views on like a 5-minute video on this channel, I will be happy. That's how the highlight's gonna start off. Because I think that is an achievement.
That sounds like you're begging for views a little bit.
That sounds what?
Like you're begging for views a little bit.
Oh yeah, I absolutely am. I'm not gonna say I'm not.
Yeah,
but
all right.
I think irony is the funniest thing.
Irony or hypocrisy?
Being coated
not
in
really
like 20 layers of irony. And we got to start this up as early as possible and saying like, please like and subscribe. Haha, funny. and just doing that like every episode, not like as a more of a funny thing, as like making fun of it rather than actually doing it, but then actually doing it. You know, I love those like
I'm
layers of irony.
I'm a
I don't
little
know if
bit
you guys have
confused
seen
on
the.
whether you're trying to be ironic or not here. And I
Uh,
think that's the point.
Wait, say again.
I'm a little bit confused on if you're trying to be ironic or not with the begging for views, and I think that's the point.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if you I don't know if you guys have seen like Alpharad at all, but he has a secondary channel, Alfred Plus, and I love it so much. Um, he just he doesn't edit them at all. It's just him and his friend talking over gameplay, and it's just whatever comes to mind. It's just whatever they're
Hey, we're
whatever.
good at video games.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like I will send you like God, like a thing that they'll do is they'll one of them will make a Mario Maker level, and then he'll send it to the other one, and they'll sit down, they'll play it for like an hour and try to finish it. Um, and they'll just talk and talk and talk, and it's good, and I want to be funny like them, and they're
Yeah.
good with irony, and I love it.
I think you like irony too much.
They did. Oh, I forget what
Ironic.
it was. It was. It was. They did like Taco Tuesday
I thought we
on
were
like
recording
Friday or something.
Podcast here.
Yeah, the Poscast. Yeah.
Is this in the podcast right now?
Oh yeah, why not?
Oh my god.
Free advertising for other people's YouTube channels,
Yeah, yeah. Um,
and also our own.
where is it? There it is. Yeah. This is yeah. And they at one point they hired a
The
like
hire to who?
the people for their secondary channel. They highlighted they hired a like an editor, but they constantly make jokes to fire him. Why not? Uh, and then the great thing is with the video I just sent you guys, in that video they make jokes to fire the editor, and then they don't even let him edit the video. They just upload the video, and then halfway through they say, "Yeah, if you don't respond to us about if you don't like say this word to us within like an hour of this video being uploaded, we're just gonna fire you because clearly you don't care about the content." uh, I don't know if he ever found that, and I also know that the next episode they cleared up and said it was a joke. But yeah, funny stuff. I don't
Uh-huh.
know. I like what they do.
Does sound
It's
like
good.
fun.
It's good, and I don't think I'm probably explaining it horribly, but yeah.
Yep, you are.
I get the gist.
Thanks, Gage.
Okay. Well, what are we talking
Anyways,
about now?
anybody else got something they want to say?
Please, something.
Like the average view time on the first episode of the podcast is 4 minutes and 24 seconds.
So a 5-minute highlight would be perfect.
Yeah, I think people can stomach that.
Yeah. Attention span.
Yeah, it's very short, turns out.
Well, I mean, yeah, it is, especially when we're really not talking about anything because we're just talking about other people's stuff.
Yeah. Well,
That's a
that's
thing.
something. Yeah. And
Well, yeah, but
maybe
you have to
people-
actually be good at it.
Exactly. And there's no way to what? There's
There's no way to know what he was going to say.
exactly. There's no way to get good at something like just doing it. So, by episode 200 we'll be good.
Did Do you mean there's no way to get good at something except by doing it?
Yes.
Because you said there's no way to get good at something by doing it.
yeah. That's what I meant.
Okay.
I
I
feel like
guess
we
we're
should
never
take
gonna
this,
get good at.
take the stuff that we're already good at. What are we good at?
What are we good at?
Probably video games.
Define
let's
good.
scratch EU4 off that.
I mean,
I'm
let's not
okay.
remove it yet.
I like how David went, I'm okay.
I'm no
Do
flurry
that.
worry, but
I haven't played it in how long? Ooh, last played September 8th, 2018. Oh, oof.
Wow.
been a while then.
2018? Dude, I have 900 hours in that game.
Yeah, you've kept on playing it.
The grind never stops on EU4.
Not until you hit 1821 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
then it's acceptable.
what other games are we good at?
Do we want to play RimWorld? Well, okay. The thing is do we want to become a Let's Play channel, or do we want to become a let's just talk about things over gameplay channel?
I feel like
'Cause-
talking about things over gameplay is more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like with a RimWorld, we would be we would be more engrossed in the game and talking about the game than just things.
Hmm.
And if anybody who has managed to keep it this far would like to, actually, you know what? Screw it. I'll add a in the comments a time, just to skip to wherever this is in the video. Put your feedback in the comments. All those one persons. You know, I have to include that just in case.
Oops.
Just in case. Yeah, so we have to figure out games to play that aren't intrusive enough
Hmm.
that we can just talk about other things. Like a good example is Pokemon. The newer Pokemon games, you just mash through. You just keep pressing A. Those games are basically just a pressing A simulator. But a game like RimWorld isn't really. And I feel like EU4, it depends on how we want to play it. If we want to play it poorly and just slowly expand, then we could do that.
I
But,
don't think EU4 would be very good.
yeah, I don't think
I
the
think it'd be
reach on
worse
that
than
is very
RimWorld.
big. Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
RimWorld would be pretty good for it, actually, I think.
Yeah. It depends on how. It depends on how much we want to talk. We want to talk about stuff.
I think we can just do it.
Because I know. Yeah, I don't know. I want to.
Well, I mean, what other games
They could
do
use
you
some
suggest?
experimentation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could use experimentation. That is true. That is true. We can
I
do a
will
cookie
say
game.
I
Let's do
have
cookie
not
clicker.
played a whole lot of yes, just cookie clicker. But I have not played much RimWorld at all, so I would not know what I'm doing.
You could be
RimWorld's
like
really good, and we can teach
the
you.
bad person, and we'd be
The anchor.
the anchor that Michael sometimes just gets distracted and doesn't do anything for hours and just watches YouTube while I'm sitting there managing the colony.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down.
Let's see. Terraria, Minecraft. Couldn't do that at all. Actually, I mean, maybe. If
It
we
is a
had
thing we could do.
all three,
Yeah.
all three perspectives or more, depending on who's playing, it could work. But then at that point, what separates us from us and the Yogscast? You know,
Maybe just quality.
quality
Yeah.
separates us. But then who would? I mean, then we run into the issue. I guess we're constantly running into this issue of who would rather watch us over just anyone else. That's really the that's the rub. Getting over it with Bennett Foddy. We can take turns playing it,
No,
and then
I don't. I mean, I get sure it's an idea.
we can take turns playing it, and then just because I mean, honestly, I think that if we don't get distracted, like every time we make a big fall, you know,
I mean,
then we can bring it back.
we could all be playing it simultaneously.
we could overlay all three
All
screens at
three.
the same time.
That is an idea.
That is an idea. I was thinking more like the perspective shifting thing, like in the Minecraft, but with Bandit Foddy.
Yeah. Or like, yeah,
Or we race or something.
like how the Oxcast has it, where they just kind of switch,
Yeah.
and then they have an icon for each person and who's playing it at that point.
Something like that.
And then we can use our Discord icons because we all have vector Discord icons. They're like our symbols.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other games?
Oh, there are lots of games.
Ooh,
I don't know which ones would be good for this.
I've already got Terraria on the list.
Oh, you're making a list.
You're making a
Ooh.
list?
Oh, of course.
See,
I've opened up
another
that
thing-
paint.net file and I've been doing stuff.
You're going to town. It's a whole thing.
Something
Another
like
thing
Stardew
is-
Valley, maybe?
Oh, there
I
you
have never played Stardew Valley.
go. There you go.
It's a
I have
good
heard
game.
it's very good. Another thing is, I feel like at this point we're straying away from the podcast, and we're just starting a different YouTube channel.
At this point, that is sort of what it seems like, but there's no reason we can't keep the name.
Keep the name, okay? I mean, if you guys are comfortable with keeping the name, because at this point, like, I feel like the podcast is me making a podcast, but this is like us making a YouTube channel. You know?
I mean, we could be
The-
making a podcast with gameplay in the background.
Yeah.
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 I don't know. I guess I feel bad calling it the podcast because I feel like I'm hog.
Well, you've never felt bad about
I mean,
being a
you're the
dictator
host.
before.
Well, okay, look at Posmetamia. There democracy in that.
I mean, all right, this thing wouldn't exist without you,
This is
and
true.
I'm completely fine calling it the Poscast because it's a catchy name.
All right, you know that's the first one. That's the first time anyone's called that. A catchy name. Yeah, we'll take it. Poscast. Because to be fair, can't come up with any other good names that stick. Because I feel like a YouTube channel named Squad won't really
Yeah, not so
won't
much.
really work. Or Squad Gaming or something.
That is
Squad
way too
gaming.
generic. That is like aggressively generic.
Yeah, we can have
mean-
like.
The spelling we've got of squad is slightly better.
Yeah, no, it is. But see, but
So, yeah.
then, see, but then my mind goes, okay, if we're doing that, what we can do is make an entire thing where we have Pospotamia, okay, and then that branches out into Pospotamia, like the Poscast, and then Pospotamia, just games. I don't know.
I don't think we need multiple channels. That's ridiculous.
See, then we have channels of channels, and that's what that anime discussion thing is about.
Where did anime come from?
Where did
Japan.
anime come from? I believe Japan, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I
Saying as
believe that
anime
is,
is like defined as
definition.
Japanese animation, yeah.
Yeah. See, I just have the podcast. I am good with that.
So we've been going for about an hour now, probably more.
I believe so.
Maybe a little, probably around an hour with the like Gage going to get sausage and all.
Yeah, Gage, you have Gage, you have the time on that.
Yeah, I do.
Do you mind sharing?
Hour
Yeah,
and 9
that's
minutes.
kind of the whole an hour and 5 minutes.
9
Okay.
minutes.
9 minutes. Ooh. Do you guys have any last topics? Speak now for
I
everyone.
am kind of hungry,
Kind
so
of.
I'd like to
Just
go and get
kinda?
food.
Pretty good topic.
No topics?
Nope.
No topics? All right. Well, Gage, I don't know how you save that, but I'd say that send that to someone Uh,
Do we want to do like an outro of any kind?